All right, listen up, fellas. Lately, I've been kind of addicted to some inshore fishing, and you know what I've been thinking? Maybe it's time I fish some tournaments, you know? I got all the gear, I've got all the knowledge, and I think I'm just better than everyone else who's fishing in those tournaments. You know, I know all the spots. There's no way I don't win a lot of these tournaments. I'm just kidding, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna fish any tournaments, but you know, the competitiveness of anything, and especially of something you love like fishing, if you love it already and then you get competitive with it, it can be so much fun. So that's what I'm thinking about, maybe some kayak tournaments, but you know, for now, we don't really have a good kayak and we do have the tiny boat, so we're gonna be taking that out today and seeing what kind of fish we can catch. All right, we're at the spot, about to put the boat in the water, and since we do have a boat, we're gonna be kind of going for boat redfish tournament type of tournament, you know what I mean? 2 redfish by weight, heaviest we can get. Usually there's about a foot of water in this area, but it's down to nothing right now, so the tides are super low, which could be good for redfish, so it might work out. We got the trusty Boga grip to get those weights, so let's go see what we can do. Here's the lure we're using too. Since we're going over these little turtle grass flats, there's a lot of weeds, so we're going with the weedless. We got the egret wedger in this brown and chartreuse color. I think it looks pretty good. We need to start casting right now. Oh, there's a guy. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for right there. Coming in shallow here, the water, man, it's so low. And a lot of times there's a ton of fish over here on these flats, but they're kind of submerged, or they have no water on them really. So I thought the fish would be out here, especially the reds. Still in shallow, but a little bit closer to the deep water. Oh, it's a half decent one. He was in a little tiny cut too, between grass pockets. This is a nice one. Let's go. Get up here, fella. Not as big as I thought, but it's still a guy. How much do you think this fella weighs? It's probably 24-incher. Not terrible, actually. Could have been a 20-incher. You know what I mean? Three and a quarter only. Little guy. First keeper of the day, we'll let him go though. 3 and a quarter only. Bloop. See you, fella. So we got some sick shots on the drone, and I want to show you guys exactly what I was doing to target these redfish, and we ended up doing very well. But first of all, we're about to see the saddest clip of all time. So I already made one drift and caught a redfish, so I was going back to make another drift on this turtle grass line. And if you look right in front of me, right where we're motoring up, we've got a school of reds. And unfortunately, we did motor up to them. Then on the right, we have an even bigger school, and we have some even downwind of us. So we're gonna drift into those guys, but it doesn't matter because we motored in too close right over these fish. I didn't think they were gonna be there because we already drifted this little part. It's gonna hit a little bit different part, but man, we could have caught a lot of reds if we just slowed down. The sad thing is, I didn't even know that there was not even one redfish in front of me. I didn't even see one. But you know, the game plan was solid. Over there to the right, we have this huge flat, super shallow flat of turtle grass. And on a normal tide with this turtle grass flat, I know that there's usually reds all over it. Even though it is still pretty shallow with a normal tide, there's still tons of reds on it. But now with this low tide, it's super shallow. So those reds just can't be there. They're gonna be forced off of it. And where are they gonna go? The next closest shallow spot, which is kind of the transition from a little bit deeper bay with a lot of sand you can see over there to the left, and the transition to this turtle grass, patchy turtle grass. Unfortunately, there was a wind that could take me pretty much right along this transition, and so that's exactly what I was drifting, using a weedless soft plastic not to catch any of that turtle grass. Even though in this area of Texas we don't have big tidal influences, if it does drop out, dropped out almost a foot. So a lot of these super shallow flats, if you know there's usually reds on them and then the tide drops off of them, you want to find the shallow water, a little bit deeper shallow water next to those super shallow water flats, and there should be reds all along it. And that's what I thought was gonna happen, and it did. There he is. Oh, there's number 2. There's number 2. This might be a little bit smaller guy, but we'll take him. Man, I wish I would have set up my anchor so we could just be able to catch another one. This guy's doing the 360 no scope on us. Yeah, it's a smaller guy. Let's get him in. Shoot. Smaller guy, but still freaking strong. Ooh, wow. Look at this guy's. This is like. This guy's halfway to being a black drum with how tall his body is. This one's 3. Other one was 3 1/4. 6 1/4. Oh, there's a guy. Another big one, boys. We've been rewarded. Rewarded. I don't know about rewarded, but we've been given a little bit of luck to get another chance. I think that not a big one though. Well, wait. Man, the one we lost though, boys. The one that got away. This one is bigger than the first 2, I'd say. This one's 4 1/4. Let's see, 4 1/4 plus 3 1/4, 7 1/2. Let's go. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not good, but that's what our one fish should be, is 7 1/2. Coming up on another really nice, a few nice spots right here. They're a little bit different because they're on the other side of the wind. We were fishing like the leeward edge of the grass. Now we're coming onto the windward side. Could be even better. You would expect the windward to be a little bit better, so you never know, fellas. You never freaking know, huh? There might not be any fish in this area. Freaking schools on it! Right when I said there might. Oh my god, it's a big school, dude. They're nice. Not bad, actually. We'll let that guy go. 4 pounder. All right. I like it. I like it. See you later, fella. Dude, we just got off. We're actually in the transition from some shallower to the deep water. So that's another good spot to try for sure. This is an interesting color of an egret wedgetail. It's like a brown. If you look at it inside, it looks like it's completely just a solid color. But if you hold it up to the light, like how a fish is going to be seeing it, you can actually see through it pretty good. Should be pretty realistic. And with this chartreuse tail, it should attract them even in a little bit muddier water as well, like we have right now. Look at this weedless hook I'm using too. It has this little coil, but right down the middle it has a wire. So you can put that right exactly where you want it, and that really helps a lot to make sure it's centered and to make sure you can just turn it on there easily. Sometimes it's a struggle with some baits to get these springs on. Respect on that one, fella. Oh, there he smashed it when I was trying to rip it away. That's a guy. This might be. Oh, this is a good one, fellas. This is a good one. He's not ripping yet. Is it a good one, Coop? An okay one. Boom, right there. Thought he was bigger. They keep changing sizes on me, fellas. Egret wedger's doing good though. How many lubs we got? Oh wait, that's a 5 pounder. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. A 5er. Let's go. It is a good one. Golly, I'm size blind. I can't freaking tell how big they are. 5 pounder, not bad though. Hell yeah, dude, that's sick. Let's go. We're on the board with a 5er. I love it. We'll let that guy go. Man, this guy was in pretty damn shallow too. Maybe the big ones, the big slots at least, are in pretty shallow. Okay, 5. That's a decent fish. We need some 6s and 7s, but 5s is still good in my book. What was I telling you guys? We ended up getting 2 5s for a total of 10 pounds. Absolutely killed it out there. Straight up dominated the tournament just like we thought we would. Not really, because if you want to win one of these 2 redfish tournaments, you got to get, 15, 16 pounds, and we got 10. If you looked at that drone footage, you could see that most of those reds were actually really small, and that's kind of what we caught too. Everything was pretty much in the slot. but it was 23s, 24s. You got to get into those 27s if you want to get the big ones. They weigh a lot. But you know what? I cannot complain. I caught about 30 reds, so you know, it's still a pretty good day right there. One more thing I have to say about drones and using drones is a lot of people ask me what drone they should get to find fish. And let me tell you, I've ran into a couple of game wardens and I've asked them this exact question: is it legal to use your drone to look for fish? And they told me do not do that. And let me tell you, the game warden is not someone you want to mess with, so you definitely don't want to be using a drone to find fish. So when I use the drone, I usually come back the next day or after I'm done fishing, and sometimes I have it on active track where it's on me just for b-roll and I'm not even looking at the screen. Even after talking to the game wardens, I forgot to ask them about using the drone to drop shark baits out at the beach. I know a handful of people that do this, but I'm just not sure if it's legal or not, so I don't do it. And that's and that's pretty much why I should have asked them, but I forgot, man. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and get back to you guys. I love you guys very much. We'll see you guys next time.